Greetings, friends and listeners. We have stuff for your ears today. Welcome to Should I Watch That? I am Janet.
And I'm Rachel. Hello.
Hello. How was your Thanksgiving? This is our first episode after
Oh,
Thanksgiving.
yes. My Thanksgiving was wonderful, as usual. Me and my siblings, their families, and me and my daughter have started this tradition a few years ago where our parents are not included because they're off. Well, they're off doing their own thing, right? So the
Right.
three of our families get together. We pretty much wear sweats or pajamas all day and stuff ourselves full of food and mimosas. And
I can't think of anything
it is
better.
quite lovely. So, what about you?
That's
How was
beautiful.
yours?
Oh, it was nice and quiet. We spent some time with family, and I met my new little niece who was born a few weeks ago. So I got to meet her. She smelled really good. Because babies smell
New baby
good,
smell.
like puppy breath,
Mm-hmm.
new babies. And we got a tree. We put up our Christmas tree. So, woo woo,
Yes.
festive and shit.
We did that too. And I had to, I'm learning as I get older that incandescent Christmas light strings do not last beyond like one season. They never work again. So I purchased a bunch of the LED Christmas lights.
Oh,
So we put
yeah.
up lots of lights outside and some inside. So,
There you
trying
go.
to do the things to make the holiday magic happen.
hmm It's all about the
The
magic,
magic of the holiday.
I suppose.
I don't know.
Holiday magic, as it
As it
were.
were.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. So,
All right. So on today's episode, I think we mentioned this on our last episode that I had forced Rachel into watching a train wreck of a TV show, and she still talks to me after me forcing her to watch the train wreck of a TV
tis
show.
true.
And today we'll be talking about a series on Hulu called All's Fair.
Yes.
You heard us.
Yes. And I'm going to give us a little description of this little fella. So, All's Fair is a 2025 American legal drama / comedy series created by Ryan Murphy with Joe Robin Bates and Joe Bacon. And not bacon like the food, bacon like Baken. I'm pretty sure that's an amazing name. Anyways, the story centers on a group of high-powered female divorce attorneys who break away from a male-dominated firm to launch their own practice. The show follows both their professional lives, handling high-stakes breakups and scandals. Did I say that right? Professional lives. Did I say that? Or personal?
I think
Okay.
so.
Anyways, and their complicated
Both.
personal lives,
Whatever.
secrets, rivalries, and shifting loyalties. The tone blends legal drama with dramatic flair and soap-style interpersonal conflict. Think courtroom battles, wealth and power dynamics, personal betrayals, and a heavy dose of glamour and tension. So this is a kind of weekly episode release episode or show. God bless America, I can't talk. On Hulu. So yeah, there's been so far, I think there's going to be 8 total episodes. They're already renewed for season 2. And we've made it through 6 episodes, I believe. Is that right?
And we are so proud of ourselves. So can we talk about Ryan, the producer, for a second? Ryan Murphy.
Sure.
If that name sounds familiar, it's because he's been a producer on 911, 911 Nashville, Dr. Odyssey, 911 Lone Star. It's like this CSI series. But he's also done American Horror Story, Grotesquerie. So I think like literally everything he does, Sarah Paulson is involved
Correct.
in. So and that kind of gives you an idea of the kind of sense of humor and whatnot that he can bring.
Yeah.
And the second thing I would like to bring up, and I think this is probably the most important, is the fact that Kim Kardashian's ass is like its own separate character sometimes. She is also an executive producer along with her mama, if I'm not mistaken. yeah, so yeah, everything is about what she can share with the audience
Butt wise.
through effective costume design.
Through her butt.
Uh,
Yeah, so
yeah.
let's, and kind of piggybacking off of what you've gotten started here, let's talk about the cast and characters. So first off
Yes.
is Kim Kardashian, okay? And she plays the
Mhm.
character Allura Grant, and she is the ambitious co-founder of the new law firm. So basically, these, well, actually all of the main character women
Mhm.
start off in this male-dominated law firm, and they break away and they create their own woman-centered law firm. Excuse me.
Mhm.
So, Allura is one of the founding members of the new law firm, along with Naomi Watts, who plays Liberty Ronson. So, she's another partner in the new lady firm. Um,
Mhm.
then there's Niecy Nash Betts, plays Emerald
That's a
Green.
lot to
I
say.
know, it's a lot of sounds in there.
Shh. Shh.
Emerald Green, she is the firm's investigator, later becomes a partner as well. She's street smart and tough and handles the dirty work and digging up dirt on clients. You also have Tiana Taylor. She's more of a main character in the first couple of episodes and kind of fades off, but she plays the character Milan, and she's like the front desk secretary, kind of
Mhm.
executive assistant kind of thing. And there's some more drama tied to her later on. Then, of course, you've got Sarah Paulson, who just got her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame,
Right.
with completely deserved. She plays Carrington Lane, and she was not chosen by the ladies to go into the lady law firm, and she is very pissed about that. So that plays out. Then you've got Glenn Close. She plays Dina Standish, and she is one of the partners in the male law firm and like gives her blessing to the ladies to go start their own law firm. And then so she's like kind of the mother hen, like she knows, she's got all the wisdom.
Mhm.
And then later on she goes on over to the lady law firm with them. And then last but not least, and these are just the main characters, y'all. We're going to talk about some other characters, but the love interest slash hunky hottie is Matthew Noska, and he plays the character Chase Monroe, who is Allura Grant slash Kim Kardashian's husband in the series. So he is very, very nice to look at. Um, so that's what I have to say about him.
Well, and so let's talk about Glenn Close for a minute. And depending on the age of our listeners, Glenn Close, her name may not quite ring a bell. I would say she was much more active and popular in TV and movies, probably like late 80s, 90s, something like that. And then she kind of disappeared for a little bit, it seems. But to me, she's most well known for her starring role in the movie Fatal
Mm.
Attraction with Michael Douglas in 1987, where she boiled the bunny, um, which was absolutely horrible. But I mean, just you talk about classic, brilliant actress, accomplished, and like all I can think of is like, was she behind on mortgage payments? Like, did she owe a bookie or some like, why would she associate herself with this
Yeah.
show?
Yeah.
And the only thing I can think is that the show is so female power
Yes.
focused, supporting other women, prioritizing women's needs, women's health, and like even their celebrity guest stars, like Brooke
Mm-hmm.
Shields and the chick's name from Saved by the Bell, whose name I can't quickly remember, Jennifer Jason Lee. Like they bring in these strong, accomplished
Jessica
women,
Simpson.
and yeah, Jessica Simpson. Oh my God, lips. And so I guess maybe that's why she's involved. And I do appreciate that about the
Yeah.
show. But on the other hand, like, do you want to see Glenn Close in a train wreck? Like, now's your chance.
Yeah. Um, and I don't know if y'all can tell, but our first reactions to this show was, what are my eyes and ears seeing and hearing? This is because episode 1 is insufferable. Janet
Mhm.
told me to watch it and that we would review it. And I was like, okay, whatever. And during the first episode, I was texting her, like, why are you torturing me? This is the worst shit I've ever seen. Because honestly, it started out very weird in the first episode. It kind of dove into the story without any kind of premise to what the was happening.
Right.
Like, it just started. It's like they dropped you in the middle of a play that was already at like past intermission. It's very weird.
Yes.
So the first episode I thought was horrible. Okay. That's how I
Mhm.
feel. Despite the amazing actresses, except for Kim. I'm sorry. Listen,
Mhm.
here's where I'm going to go on my Kim tirade
Mhm.
for a minute. I just don't think that she's a good actress. And I haven't watched Keeping Up with the Kardashians religiously, but when it first came out, I maybe caught an episode or two. But I really find her family completely insufferable as well. And Kim in particular seems to be devoid of personality,
Mhm.
which her character basically has no personality as well. So that worked out for her. But
Well, and go ahead. Go ahead.
well, I was just going to kind of get into what I feel like what they focused on for her character and her as an actress in general is her looks. And she has a pretty face. She's a beautiful woman.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
think she was prettier before all of the surgeries. But that's just my personal preference. I don't like the overdone plastic surgery look. It's just not my thing.
Yeah.
I know that that's very popular in Hollywood. But she's just had so much work done. Even if she's trying to emote in a scene, she's not emoting. Her face doesn't move. She's crying in one scene and you could see tears coming, but the rest of her face isn't moving.
Well, and that's exactly what I was going to say. I've seen one actual expression on her face in the entire series that I've watched so
Yeah.
far. And one time she smiled
Yes.
in one scene, but every other scene is the same
Yes.
look, the same just blank and not even resting bitch
No.
face. It's like just resting lack of emotion face.
Because she can't move her
And then
face.
I feel right, and I feel like somebody came in with teardrops, with like little droppers to make sure that she had tears on her
Yes.
face in one scene. Because if she actually came up with those herself, I would be very surprised.
Yeah. And listen, I'm not trying to hate on or body shame anybody. That is her prerogative to do the surgery that she wants. Okay.
Hmm.
Whatever. It's just not my thing. And I'm just saying it loud and proud. It's
No.
just not my look. It's
Hmm.
whatever. So, yes. So Kim is one of the main characters. Moving on to the better actresses. Sorry, not sorry, Kim K. Sarah Paulson does an amazing job. She is like this unhinged. She is so focused on like destroying these other women and their career that she just ends up going off the deep end. But she plays it so well, so believable. In one scene,
Hmm.
like loses her absolute shit, and I'm like, wow, I was here for it, man. It was so good. But yeah, Sarah Paulson, as always, is so good. Naomi
Hmm.
Watts is excuse me, my voice box here. Naomi Watts is a good actress, but she kind of goes away for a couple episodes.
Well, and she's very bland.
Yeah, her character's not
And as
very.
far as, yeah,
They don't.
she's very bland in this series.
Yeah, they don't do a lot of character development with her, so she doesn't.
Mm-mm.
I, m-
And another thing I just thought about. So some of their episodes are very like about their personal
Mm-hmm.
lives, and they like like pepper in a little bit of work. But then some of them are more about their
Yeah.
work. But what's interesting is it always shows them around this conference table meeting with a client.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next scene is them in the conference room meeting with the client and then the opposing person's attorney or
Yeah.
whatever. Like, so what happens in between? Because you never see paralegals or secretaries or researchers or
Yeah.
anything. And they're just kind of like sliding folders back and forth
Yes. Oh
across
my
the
God.
table that apparently contain
Yes.
vital, critical, confidential information related to the
Exact
case.
and
I
it's
don't know.
always
It cracks me
Niecy.
up.
Niecy walks in with a
Hmm.
folder and hands it to somebody, and then they look in the folder, and then they go, and they try to keep their it's just they try to keep their expression neutral, but there's a scandal in that folder and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, it's
It's
awful.
something. It really
Anyway,
is.
yeah. So,
But I will say, after episode 1, I was like, "Oh, you know what? Okay, I can get into this," and I continued watching. So, there's that.
hmm
Second of all, they do deal with some pretty heavy-hitting issues that are pertinent to women, as far
hmm
as domestic violence, as far as honestly the balance of power or imbalance of power in a lot of divorce proceedings when it comes to women. Um,
hmm
and there's, some sexual assault issues that happen in an episode. Um, so for those reasons, I liked those parts
hmm
because again, the show is completely woman centric and we don't have many of those laying around.
No, we don't.
So,
And and Glenn Close, like her performance in
it's
the
good.
show, there's nothing bad to say
Hmm.
about it. You know, it's just the fact that she's even there that just still boggles my little mind a little bit. So,
I'm sorry, everybody. My throat keeps doing throat things. I don't know.
no
Um,
throat
no, I
things.
agree. And the cast kind of shows like the breadth of like a
Hmm
woman's progression through life. You know what I mean? Like you've
hmm
got Milan, she's like the younger like secretary girl and becomes pregnant and that's exciting. Then you've got Allura who's older. She tries to become pregnant, she can't. Like those fertility
hmm
issues, they kind of do that. And then Liberty Ronson, played by Naomi, um, she's kind of goes through this issue. She's never been married. She has a problem with relationships and like how she's navigating that. Then you've got Niecy, Emerald Green, who's a single mom to 3 boys who she had from a sperm donor. Then you've
hmm
got Glenn.
And then, hmm
Then you've got Glenn, and she's like on the back end of life. Not okay. I said that weird. The back end of life. She's coming down the final stretch. Oh my god, that sounded terrible. See ya,
bye.
Glenn.
Good luck.
But
See ya.
but her struggle is that her husband of decades becomes terminally ill, so she's having to deal with that. So I
hmm
liked that they kind of showed a broad spectrum, I guess, of types of relationships and relationships of women and our lives, and it
hmm
wasn't all centered around one thing. I mean, they are divorce attorneys, so marriage is a part of it, but I don't know. You tell me things. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I agree. And I like the way they support each
Yeah.
other. If something bad happens to one, the rest like drop what they're doing to go be with
Mhm.
them. And listen and support and pour the glass of wine and wear really expensive pajamas and sit around looking pensive. And anyway, so I appreciate that. I appreciate that. a- a- And I don't know if it's honestly, I haven't researched it enough to know if it's actual product placement
Mm.
or actual like names of sex toys or an actual name of a medication, but they talk about women's
Yeah.
issues and different things. And like Niecy's character has one scene where she describes how she's looking forward to an evening alone, like a hot bath or something, listening to music, and then there's a scene of her opening up a drawer with all of her options for that
Yeah.
night. Or one's talking about a kind of a personal problem that they're having, and she's like, "Oh, you should try this medication that my doctor prescribed." So seeing that kind of transparency and open communication between them
hmm
about what they're all going through and how they can help each other and everything is really nice. Because sometimes in situations like that, women fight each other instead of hold each other
Right.
up. So that's good to see.
And you definitely see that with Sarah Paulson's character, Carrington Lane. She is so focused on destroying them that when they later on show her kindness, she's like, wait, you're being nice to me? I just tried to take your entire career away. And they're like, yes, we're being nice to you. Like,
Yeah.
I did appreciate that part in that particular episode as well. Because, and they say to Carrington, they're like, I didn't realize how hard you had it, kind of thing.
Hmm.
And she's like, oh, like she just wanted to be recognized, kind of thing.
Right. She wanted to be part of the gang.
Yeah. And that was like very powerful,
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
but yeah. And the next thing I do want to talk about, Janet, and because you love clothes so much anyway, let's talk about the fashion choices in this movie. Overall, I think the costuming they did was great. It was like very like
Hmm.
power suit woman, and they had some nice clothes on. And then there was the one
Hmm.
scene, and I'm going to let you explain this, Janet.
Oh my God. So, yeah, like, love the clothes, like the jammies that they wear. Bring in a hat every now and
Mhm.
then, like, because that's practical in the workplace. Anyway, but there's one scene where Allura is walking into a courtroom and
Did she
you
wait, I'm going to
see.
interrupt you. Did she wear it into the
Oh,
courtroom
wait.
or was it just in the conference room?
Oh, I was thinking courtroom might have just been the conference room. I can't remember.
Anyway, she's walking around the
I'm not
law
going to go back and
office.
watch either.
She's walking around the law office
She's
with this
walking
outfit.
the
Go ahead.
camera, and she is work. It is a work day. It's not club night, and the camera is behind her, and she has on some fancy kind of white, dressy top, and what would have been some nice dress pants
Mhm.
to fit that extra character, which is her ass. But what do you see? Well, you see what looks like very low cut professional dress
Mhm.
pants and a thong that is at least what 3 to 3 inches
3 to 3?
above 3 to 3
3 to
inches,
3
3 to
3 to 4
3.3
inches?
inches above the waistline of her pants,
Correct.
and she's fine with it.
So imagine,
And
dear listener, let me
I
i-
can't. I can't.
imagine a regular pair of pants, okay, with a waistline at your waist. And then in the back, there's basically two triangles cut out so that it looks like you have a thong fishtail sticking out of the top of your pants. But you don't. Part
Hmm.
of the pants. It looked ridiculous. It looked
It
absolutely
it
ridiculous.
it.
And you all have probably seen it on social media because so many people have made fun of it. It was just an unnecessary fashion choice.
Yes, and I, as strange as it was, I'm usually not very impressed with the costume design in shows unless it's something like, Downton Abbey or like, where they go all the way with the period pieces and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This show, oh my God. I want to call out the costume designer. Her name is Paula Bradley. She worked on the overall wardrobes for the whole cast. And then for Kim, she collaborated with Kim's stylist, Soki Mack, apparently, to kind of create these very distinct and daring wardrobe choices.
Ugh.
Um, but it, and I watched the most recent episode. When did I watch it? Recently, when it came out. Anyway, I remember Glenn Close getting ready for bed, and she's sitting at her vanity and putting cream on her face,
Mm,
lotion, like we talked
mhm.
about. Um, and she stands up and she's got this long silky nightgown. And then she's got like a little silky robe that matches it with like floofs on the sleeves. And I'm like, does anybody really dress like that?
I
But it makes a point and it shows her and her lifestyle and the lavishness of what she
Yeah.
lives, you know. But like really, I mean, sometimes what I'm sleeping in at night is what I wore all day, right? So it just seeing, I don't know, it's just different from my life, so it's hard to
Yeah.
comprehend, but it's impressive.
Yes, they did beautifully on the costumes. I agree. They kind of I guess I didn't even think about this before, but you saying that kind of brings me back to this that our culture is so obsessed with money, so
Hmm.
obsessed with wealth. And I feel like this show, they spent all like every scene is filmed in like this lavish place, in this lavish
Hmm.
uh house that looks like no one lives there because it's like modern and there's not a soft thing in the room. Or the
Hmm.
conference room, like everything just like has no personality, is just like wealth for wealth's sake. And
Hmm.
that's really one of the parts of this show that, and I get it, like all these women like worked real hard to get this money and blah, 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 but it's not that easy.
Right.
Um, and now that I've come to that realization, that does kind of irritate me. I almost wish they would have taken like, I get what they were trying to do. I get that it's supposed to be, like, over the top, and it's supposed to be, like, soap opera-ish, and yes, they did that for sure. But I wish they would have made it a little bit more not attainable, but a little more everyday people.
A little bit more believable
Yes,
that,
like and I know
so I'm a successful attorney and here's where I live. It's not like a $7.3 million Malibu beachfront home or something, you know,
yeah,
it's
and then they're driving
a
around
house in a neighborhood.
yeah, and they're driving around in these cars. I'm like, "Come on."
Or they just have a driver because they don't drive.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
It's
sure,
like, yeah,
that works.
some attorneys might get to that level of wealth, but it is uncommon.
Hmm.
Can we talk about commoners here? The majority of us are
The
commoners. None of us are wearing silk pajamas or silk nightgowns to bed. I hate wearing nightgowns to bed. It's so uncomfortable to have my naked bare legs rubbing up against each other. Ew.
Preach, sister. Nobody needs
Nobody
that.
wants that.
Nobody needs
And
that.
silk makes you sweat. I'm already the sweatiest furnace of a woman that ever lived. Who's wearing silk to bed?
Rivaled only by
Please.
myself.
Yes.
Rivaled only by
Yeah,
Jan.
you all are listening to two woman infernos, okay? We are both like just literally our bodies are on fire at all times.
Yes.
But anyways, um
Any so it's a
yeah.
lot and there's some really good
Yeah.
aspects that are equally balanced by the wackadoodle aspects of it.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
that's what I have to say about that.
All right. I think we've summed it up
Yeah.
in a whole lot of words.
So Janet, should I watch that?
Hmm. You should totally watch
Yeah.
this. If eh, d- don't watch it with any
Yeah.
seriousness, watch it just for the sake of entertainment. Suspend your disbelief about everything you know and just watch it for the pure entertainment value of seeing all of these accomplished women in one
Yeah.
place. And by all of these women accomplished, I don't necessarily include Kim Kardashian in that statement, but you know what I'm getting at.
She's accomplished in her own way.
In her own way, you're right. I don't want to take that away from her.
I mean,
All right, Rachel.
she has made a fortune by having a banging body and a pretty face.
True. She makes a lot more money than I do.
Correct.
So, I guess we'll call that a compliment. All right,
Okay.
Rachel, All's Fair on Hulu. Should I watch that?
I also say yes, and pretty much for the same reasons as Janet. If you can make it past the
Mm-hmm.
first episode, it is entertaining. Episode 1 is
Mm-hmm.
just like, I don't know. Maybe I need to rewatch episode 1. Probably not, but it was so bad the first time around. I don't think I could make it through a second one. But the rest of the episodes aren't bad. They get better.
Yeah, the first episode, I was so stunned by what I was seeing that I just sort of had like a little bit of an out of body moment.
Yeah.
Like I was so confused and stunned and bewildered.
Mhm.
And then once I got my bearings about what I was getting myself into, I was okay. So
Yeah, agreed. So
well, there you
There you
go.
have it.
2 yeses
2 yeses.
from the hottest women in podcast.
Yes, both
And we mean
both
temperature.
temperature-wise and looks-wise, because let's be honest, nobody can surpass our beauty, Janet. and our double chins. Listen, I'm working on chin number 3. 2's better than 1.
Because
3's a party.
1's never enough. 3's a party.
Anyways, thanks for listening, and we'll catch
On that
you
note.
next time, everybody.
All righty. Goodbye.
Okay, bye.
This episode was produced by Ryan Myrick.
Follow us on Instagram at Should I Watch That 25 and on Facebook at Should I Watch That.
Email us at shouldIwatchthat25@gmail.com.
Like, follow, and review wherever you listen to us.
Or wherever you cast your pods. Thanks.
Thank you.